Okay, last one. Goes on this one. Okay, we gotta remember to put this on here. Okay, so we're gonna go use no locks, you said, right?
No locks.
No locks. We're going lockless. Okay, get all this stuff to line up now. Two gaskets and a lock and a stop has to be all lined up to get the screws in hole. So yeah, these are nice, not to force them in or anything. It's neat. Okay, well, that looks pretty good to you. So, these are self-adjusting because they're tapered, unlike new bikes where they're free to float around a little bit. No specialty tools needed to install these blocks. What?
Can you point them all the same direction?
No. This is not a concourse show vehicle. Over restored. When we hand fit every screw and find the one that just comes out just right. Have to buy a few sets of screws. What if I put the lock in there? Would that change the height? Now whatever you do, do not tighten these screws down to pull the blocks down. If the blocks don't go in, put a socket here that catches up on the top and beat the block down into there. Because these ears will break off if you force them. Missing something? Find a sweet spot. There it goes. Everybody likes Phillips screws, so you can do stuff quickly. Straight slots look so much better than Phillips did.
You can use the impact on them.
I can use an impact on all the screws. It's just the end results might not be the same.
Yeah.
Come on, damn gasket's fighting me. There it goes. Nope. Thought I had it. Gasket's partially covering the hole up there. That's why that one's not tight yet. I can still move it. I used a medium screwdriver that actually fits the screws, whereas the large screwdriver does not fit. This one. But on these ones it does fit. It doesn't always fit though. See, that one's a little, barely fits in there with a big one. Okay. If you pull that through all the way, it doesn't take longer before it falls out. You got enough time to get in there before you drops. And that one has a little pressure on that one.
Well, it's not down yet.
No, I wanted to get the screw started because I got to move the gasket around. James is pretty good on their gasket fitment, where they're not super big holes, but it's still bigger than what the block is, so there still is some movement. Pull your lifter up, then push the block down. Otherwise you might catch the lifter underneath the block and be beating the piss out of it. Wonder why there's a clicking noise and all of a sudden it drops. Then you wonder why your motor don't run too good after you start it up and there's something not working right. Not that I've ever seen that done. Make sure they go up and down freely. Sometimes there's different angles and stuff, and you tighten them down, it twists the block and locks the lifter. What happened? Someone's got these stupid locks in my way. What's up with all that? Do I just put those in the piston and it'll drop in the motor?
Yeah.
Let them find their way home. Okay. Over here. Okay, here's an impact knocker. That's too big. Don't use that one. Okay, here's two different size ones, see? That one's a little tight. Now these screws are heat treated, so when you put this in there and it doesn't bottom out in the screw, it bottoms out on the side of the screw, like on the edge right here, and not the bottom. It'll be like a log splitter, and it'll split the screw head right in half. So you want to make sure you use one that goes all the way to the bottom. See, like that one goes all the way down. I like the bigger one, but this one goes down further. This one here worked on a couple of them, but not on all of them. Well, depending on how heat treated these screws are, will determine if they break or not. See, I quit moving on the second hit. One more. See, it's not moving very much on the third hit. Okay, now if I keep doing this, I'll split the block. Because I have enough pressure here, I can split the block. This one's softer because there's two gaskets in here in a bracket. See, that one doesn't even want to fit in there, see? So I like the 3-hit method. That one's tight. You can hear the difference on that hit?
Mm-hmm.
See, this block is really, really thin right here, see? See how thin it is from the top?
Oh, yeah.
So I think it'll split right down through there in a heartbeat very easily. Look how thick this one is over here. It's real thick all the way around. You can beat the tar out of that one. That one there is when you split. And they're still tight when they split, it just looks like crap. And it helps to be in the center of the screw when you do this so you get equal turning pressure. Okay. Now after all this warms up a few times, you can come back and retorque these. The only problem is you have no access to do that. So you get in with all those little 90-degree bits and kind of do it like that. If they're loose, but usually they're pretty good. So lifters are still going up and down. That one you can feel a little bit of drag on it. That one's good. That one's a little. Feel it. Feel it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if that didn't have the CAD plate in there, I'd probably take it out and hone it. But with the CAD in there, it'll wear away pretty quickly. I'm not worried about it too much, but it has just a couple little high. You can feel it kind of going to zero in places. See, it's trying to drop, but not quite. This was our biggest lifter too, remember?
Mm-hmm.
So it's a little snug. So I gotta make a decision. I want to fix that or leave it.
It's gonna wear in, right?
Yeah, it'll wear. Yes, it will. But you know me, I don't like crap that's crappy. So I'm gonna fix it. Oop. That's literally gonna be 2 strokes on the hone, is what that's gonna be. So I purposely want that to stay. Now this gasket I want to have come off of here. I don't want to get oil and stuff all over the gasket. So you kind of twist it like that and push in and twist together. The combination usually breaks the sealer free without tearing. No damage. Okay, so we're going to give this a couple strokes and then we will reassemble. So now this is the one that had the, see it had more honing on this one too, so there wasn't much break in, but see, you can see it's pretty dull through there. See that, all in low spots there, but see there's some high spots here and there. So that's what we're going to knock down. So I could leave it, nobody would know.
You would know.
Yeah, I would. It'd bother me too, because I don't like crap like this. Didn't change it by much. Don't really see it like it did anything really. I'll get a couple more strokes. Feel it biting in now. See, it doesn't really look any different per se, but it is. Once I clean the oil off, it'll be different. Okay, we'll be back. Okay, there's the big difference. Probably looks about the same. But it's bigger. Not sure where. But this shiny part, which is the silver part, should be a little bit more than the gray part was. So it should have changed it slightly. There you go. Obviously it's a massive change. Let's see, what finger did I use? I think I used this finger, didn't I? See, this is the one I dropped on the floor too. I think that was the whole problem.
Oh, that was it.
That was the one that was on the floor. Yeah. It definitely was it. That was the whole problem. Should have dropped it twice. Once wasn't enough. Switch sides again. Well, now there's goop on the floor to match the oil. Oh, there's another one. It's coming off. I'm wasting it. I'm wasting the goop. Should be on the part. It's hard to get good help, I'm telling you. To talk to the boss about that. We'll get the foreman down here, get a little squared away. See how the screw contacted the whole thing just about?
Yeah.
Oop. And the screw head.
Yep.
Not quite right at the very tip, but pretty good contact everywhere.
They make the screw the same angle as the part.
Yeah, Colin does a good job, see?
Yeah.
You know, that import Taiwan Teddy stuff. All different angles. Nobody knows anything. Damn it. Did it again. That screw's getting screwed up. So, less times you deal with the screws, the better. So we didn't use them for mock-up. Damn it. Burrs on that one.
Yep. Better.
You like that one?
Yep.
That passed the drop test?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, you're happy now?
Mm-hmm.
Good. Where do these go?
Right there.
Right there?
Yeah.
Now these sometimes are hard to get down. They're too big to go on there. And make sure they didn't split in half when they drop on. Sometimes I screw them on, sometimes I just kind of force them. It's kind of a feel type thing, whatever you think is going to work is what you do. Now these were the new ones, weren't they? These are James. These are not the old ones. It doesn't want to go. See, it's more angled like that. There it goes. Okay, so we got our seals are all in there. Alright, there you go. Now, will the motor turn over without hitting anything? It's our last test. Remember, we've had that issue already. Hey, nothing hit. Alright. Good sign.
And the lifters go up and down.
And back down, yeah. And no clunk noise. That's the favorite part. Having it stop at half track does not look good. Okay, now we need to put a distributor in here. We can either do it now or we can wait. It's a toss-up on which one to do. If you put it in right now, it's a little bit easier to time it, but when it comes time to put all the valves and stuff in here, it makes it really hard to adjust all the covers and put the covers down. It's really a pain in the butt. So I like doing it after I put it all together. Makes it a lot easier. Okay, we'll be back in a minute.